Oh yeah, folks, it's time to continue our journey. Today we're going to look at a movie called Blade 2. So, let's get started. The movie starts at a blood donation. We meet this guy called Normac. I wonder if he's important.
Where did you get that scar on your chin?
Childhood accident.
Well, looky, these guys are vampires. Poor Normac, or poor vampires. Wow. Well, that was a lame opening compared to the first one. Then we get an opening monologue by Blade. Let's examine it.
Forget what you think you know.
Okay.
Vampires exist.
We know.
My name is Blade.
We also know that your name is literally the title.
I was born half human, half vampire.
Again, we already knew that.
I have all their strengths, none of their weaknesses.
Not true. If you get stabbed in the heart by a stake that's made out of silver, you still die.
Except for the thirst.
Oh yeah, because the thirst is such a fucking weakness.
20 years ago, I met a man that changed that. Whistler. He taught me how to hold the thirst at bay. Taught me the rules.
Well, okay, I'll give the movie that. We half knew that.
Gave me the weapons to hunt with.
Well, we definitely knew that.
2 years ago, he was attacked. They took him.
What?
And turned him into the thing I hate most.
No, he killed himself.
I should have finished him off.
Okay, that's true. He did have to tell you to walk away.
Now I'm hunting him.
Oh, okay. Whistler's a bad guy now. Okay, that's cool.
I will find him. And nothing will stand in my way.
With that, we get our title card. So we cut to some scared-ass looking vampires as they run away from the man himself, Blade. And then we get to one of my problems with the movie. The fights aren't as cool. First of all, I don't really like how much the camera cuts during fights because I can't really tell what the hell's going on. Secondly, and it's only during this opening scene, Blade uses his guns a fucking lot. And I guess you could say that he's just trying not to waste any time. But still, come on man, gun kills are fucking boring. Also, this movie's starting to use more CGI. What the hell was that? So then Blade gets into a really lame fight with these guys on a motorcycle. Blade manages to kill one of the vampires and starts interrogating the other one. And this is this movie's dumb reason on why Whistler is still alive. Wait, what? You're telling me that there was just a vampire sitting down in the corner waiting for Blade to leave the room while he turns Whistler into a fucking vampire? What? And besides, Whistler shot himself in the head. I know we didn't see it because it was off screen, but still, where else are you gonna shoot yourself? Your fucking heart? So Blade goes to the base where they're holding Whistler, shoots some people, lets this guy live for some reason, and finds Whistler in this cotton candy machine looking thing. I don't know, man. So Blade takes Whistler back to his base and turns Whistler back into a human. Yeah, that's right. In the first movie, Karen made a vampire cure, but I didn't mention it because it just didn't do anything for the plot. But just know this. Whistler is back. He's not a vampire. He's not evil. He's human. I'm just gonna let that sink in. Then we get introduced to Karen's replacement, Scud. And here's his two personalities. He likes to smoke weed and watch Powerpuff Girls. That's all. Then Scud and Whistler start fighting because of course they have to, and then oh boy, here comes the vampires. Blade, you gotta take care of those vampires. The fight scene between Blade and the ninja vampires kinda suck, but we do get this one funny scene.
Whoa, I don't trust you.
That's definitely my favorite Scud moment. So anyway, one of the ninja vampires are like, hey Blade, we come in peace even though we attacked you, and basically we need your help with a certain mission. So can you come back to our base and meet our dad? We also get introduced to Blade's love interest, Nadia, or some, I don't know, vampire girl. Yeah, that's it. So we cut to the group in a helicopter on their way to the secret vampire base, and then Vampire Girl's like, oh Blade, you came on so easily. I'm surprised you didn't like slaughter 1 million vampires. And then Blade's like, well, well, fuck you. I have enough explosives to destroy the whole world.
You're still disappointed.
Scud, you have no idea. So then Blade meets the Vampire Overlord, and there's not a whole lot to say about him. He is boring. So the Vampire Overlord's like, hey Blade, there's this new strand of vampires that are giving us a hard time, and I was wondering if you can help us and kill them. I'm totally not going to betray you in the third act. So then Blade's like, yeah, sure, I'll help you guys. And then we meet the very interesting Bloodpack. Here, let me introduce you to the members. We meet Hammer Guy, pink-haired lady, long-hair guy, leather jacket guy, blonde-hair guy. Last and certainly least, the guy who looks like he got pranked at a frat bro party. I mean, come on, guys, look at his hair. Because his haircut is so bad, Blade decides to put this remote explosive in his head. I mean, honestly, bro, I would have done the same. So with the gang introduced, we go into our very first mission, a nightclub. Yeah, so apparently they're just trying to look for Reapers in this nightclub, or, you know, Normac. Either works for them, I think. Then Blade finds Nomac, and here we begin our first fight scene with the Reapers, which just consists of the characters just shooting their guns at the Reapers, and it's not doing shit. And then long-hair guy gets attacked by this Reaper. Man, why is it holding on the shot for cool, I guess. And then Hammer Guy gets bit. Oh no. But lucky for us, he manages to shoot the Reaper away. I guess he's safe for now. Then Blade runs into Nomac, and we begin our very first final boss battle. Woo! It's okay, honestly. I mean, it's just, again, suffers from the same problems, just the camera cuts way too fucking much. Then Nomac gets sunburnt. Oh man, it looks like we have to wait until the end of the movie for round 2. Also, Whistler manages to find the Reaper's hideout, so that's where we're gonna spend the rest of our second act at. And oh no, Hammer Guy got turned into a Reaper and killed Leather Jacket Guy. I'm so sad. Oh wow, they both died together. How poetic. Then blonde-hair guy decides to start beating up Whistler for no reason. But luckily, blonde-hair guy gets killed by the Reapers and Whistler manages to escape. Whistler happens to run into Nomac, but luckily Nomac is like, hey man, I'm gonna spare your life. Just give this message to Blade. Adios. Now it's time for our showdown. Blade, do you have anything cool to say?
Do not know who you are fucking with!
With that badass line, Blade manages to kill all the Reapers. Unfortunately, Vampire Girl got harmed in the process. Blade decides to give her some of her blood, but then gets betrayed by her men, because of course he does. So Blade and his crew wake up in a blood bank, and here we get the truth. The Vampire Overlord was the one who made Nomac and just wants to make a species of vampires so powerful to the point they all become daywalkers. That also means that the whole blood pack was just simply a test. Yeah, Vampire Girl gets real pissed about that. So then the Vampire Overlord and Vampire Lady decide to leave the room. Also, Blade tries to set off the remote explosive, but it turns out Scud made that a dud. Yeah, it turns out Scud's also a traitor. Blade, what do you have to say to that?
It's not a dud.
Oh, great.
Wait, so if it wasn't a dud, then why wouldn't you just use it on this guy? Also, get this shit. Blade gets captured again. They have to drain his blood again. And guess how Blade wins this movie? That's right, by drinking a shit ton of blood. Are they even trying at this point? Meanwhile, Nomac manages to find the vampire base. Wow, that wasn't hard at all. So Blade kicks the shit out of everybody, but it's just not as cool because we've already seen this. Then he has to go against this guy, but all they do is just fucking talk. I will admit, his death scene is pretty cool though. So Nomac manages to find the Vampire Overlord and kills him. He also bites the Vampire Girl. Oh no, I'm so sad. Oh yeah, folks, it's final battle time. Let's see what we get. Oh, Nomac just kills himself. Interesting. Then Vampire Girl's like, oh, Blade, I want to see the sun because, you know, I was born a vampire and I never got to see the sun. It's so sad. And with Vampire Girl dusting away, Blade is left all alone. Wait, why are we in London now? Hey, it's that one guy from the opening. I wonder what he's up to.
Well, you didn't think I forgot about you, did you?
You know what? That was probably the best scene in the movie. Blade 2, to me, feels boring. With boring fight scenes and boring characters, there's not a whole lot of enjoyment to get out of this movie. I do like the fact that Blade does fall in love with a vampire, but I just wish it was done better. Also, the stupid-ass retcon at the beginning. The worst part is, Whistler doesn't really do a whole lot in this movie, and I kinda wish Scud wasn't just some, you know, twist villain. I just wish he was an actual good guy who had an arc at the end. The worst part about Blade 2, however, is that's a rip ripoff of 3 different movies. It's a ripoff of Blade Runner, Aliens, and the third act is just a ripoff of the Blade's third act, which is not as good because we've already seen it. Lastly, Blade doesn't really feel like himself in this movie. Now that could be because Wesley Snipes was doing 3 different movies while he was making Blade 2, but something about Blade just doesn't feel right in this movie. There's only one Blade scene that Blade actually truly feels like himself in this movie. So with everything said, I think I'll give Blade 2 a very solid 4 out of 10. It's okay if you like this movie, it's just not for me. So that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys liked it. I do have to say I was a little under the weather while filming this video, but I hope that doesn't really bother you guys. But if my voice does sound different at all during the video, that's why, because, you know, I was sick. Totally not because of bad mic quality. Pfft, no. We still got one Blade movie left, and people say Blade 3 is worse than Blade 2. I'll be the judge of that. But with everything said, I hope you guys have a good day, and remember, there's more to life than weed and Powerpuff Girls. Alright folks, till the next one, take care and keep smiling.